Hello everybody on YouTube, Veritastic, and we have the new LG Stylo 2 Plus, and that means this is the time for a full review. Without any further ado, let's gonna find out more about that phone. As always, I start my review in the design because the design the first thing we see. Let's gonna talk about the design a little bit and tell you what I like and what I don't like. First of all, the design, as you guys can see, you have the speaker will be from the top, and you will have the camera 5 megapixel, and you have LED notification light. And then the phone, as you guys see, very slim and very sleek. The back of the phone, it has the power button and the volume records, the flash, a 13 megapixel camera, and fingerprint reader. You can say it finger sensor or touch ID, same as Apple, but that exists this time with the LG. You have the speaker over here right to the bottom, and if you guys can see, you have plastic pack with the waves textures. You can feel every wave over here. It gives the phone very nice grip, to be honest with you, and doesn't make the phone to be slippery. You have on the top the stylus, and it does support the pop, and we're going to talk about that later on in the video. And we do have the cancellation noise or the microphone, and you have another microphone. The audio jack this time will be on the bottom, and you will have the USB 2, no USB-C so far. No doubt that the phone is really beautiful, and I will give LG 8 from 10. Why? Because two things I didn't like with this design. First of all, let's gonna talk about that. That's gonna be more practical. When you have your phone on the table like that, with LG you have to use the knock-on screen that way. So easy for you, even if the button's on the back. But when you have the fingerprint ID on the back, that means you're not going to use this feature anymore. The knock-on is not going to be work anymore. I would love if I want to use a fingerprint reader to be on the top, because most of the time I use my phone on the table like that, open easy without even taking the phone, put my finger, and sometimes I have to look where is the fingerprint if I'm not used to the fingerprint. Another thing, the LED notification light, it's there but only gives me a red color, so there is no more colors option for more notification, so you're not going to be able to know if you have received a text message from different application from the other one, which is disappointing in my opinion. Other than that, that phone, it looks gorgeous. With the LG Stylo Plus, we have 5.7-inch display. We have 258 for the PPI, and we have TFT IPS display. The angle side view, it's very acceptable. The color saturation, it's great, and the vividness, it's very acceptable. This display is not the best. If I compare this display to the LG J7, for instance, the LG 7 will be a little bit better than this one, but that very acceptable display for that price you guys pay for that phone. Don't expect flagship specification here, but you shouldn't have no complaint about the display. So don't judge the display before you have the phone in your hand. And if you ask me about YouTube, the maximum resolution you're going to be getting 720p, and as I said that before, and I keep saying that you don't need more than 720p HD for a 5.7 or 5.5 inch display. Also, we love to test the speaker. The speaker will be located on the back. I believe every LG phones, they have the speaker located on the back, and we have a sound track. We test the sound, but before we let you hear that, I want to just tell you my opinion. The speaker is just like any other phones on the budgets. It's not loud. You don't have it too much of treble, no bass sound, so you guys not be expecting too much from the speaker. I was expecting that the speaker will be louder, but it's just fine. Now I can't say more than that. I have a 2900 milliamp hour battery. It's removable, so you can just go ahead, take the back. You can buy a spare one in the future, so you can have one spare. The battery performance wasn't bad at all. I can tell you, no matter what you are doing on the phone, no matter what the brightness is going to be, you can get between 3 hours and a half to 4 hours of screen on time. That back for too many reasons. We have the Marshmallow more optimized with the battery, and LG did good job with the Marshmallow battery optimization. And the second thing, this phone using TFT, it consume less power and juice. If you want to use less power, you can turn on the battery saver. That helps big time to have less battery usage for your phone. Now the benchmark and the hardware performance. We have Snapdragon 430 chipset, and we have 1.4 gigahertz Cortex A53, and we have GPU Adreno 505. Adreno GPU is actually the graphic card on the phone, and it's 505. This should be good. We're gonna also find out together how the phone is optimizing the processor, the GPU together to provide us with a nice smooth frame on the game graphics. We're gonna check this one next, but before we go to that, the score for single core 641 and 229.14. In my opinion, this is very decent score, and this is what's supposed to be in 2016 score. We have 2 gigabyte of RAM, and you have 16 gigabyte for the internal storage. You will have 11 gigabytes after everything pre-installed. In my opinion, this is really great because we have downloaded a bunch of stuff on the phone, so we have 7.87. But first time I opened the phone, it was 11 gigabytes free on board. In my opinion, this is good, so you have plenty of storage. Also, you can upgrade the memory by adding SD card up to 2 terabytes, guys. Yes, one more time, it's 2 terabytes. Let's gonna find out more about the performance by playing some games. I have chosen the first game to be a Temple Run 2 because this game doesn't require high specification, but let's gonna find out how the graphics will be. You guys can see the frames, no drop frames, nothing like that. Smooth, nice. And this game actually, in any phone I have used, none of the phones give me no problem with that game. For that reason, let's gonna jump on another game, and we do have the Moto Compact. I have used this one on the J7, it did a great job, and the K10 was terrible on the processor. Well, let's gonna see the Snapdragon 430 octa-core processor, and the GPU will be, as I said, 505 Adreno. I mean, the performance of the high game, it's really great. You guys can tell, no drop, no frame drops, no lag, no glitches, nothing like that. So this phone, I could say it passed the 2 games perfectly fine. The phone, to be honest with you, is not warm, a little bit warm from here, but it's something you can't even mention. So no overheat in this phone for sure. You will have Marshmallow 6.0.1 on board with the LG Home 5. The LG Home 5 has a lot of advantages in my opinion, and the LG Stylo added more features. So this phone, for instance, if you want to have a smaller screen, you can just slide from this to the right and you will have that smaller screen over here. So this may not gonna work with you the first time, so make sure to go settings, general, and then go to the mini view option, as well as enable the dual window. But then when you go to the recent, you're gonna be able to get 2, or you can multitask, you can put messages, so you can text some people and you can use your YouTube at the same time, or the Google map, which is, in my opinion, it's neat. Some new stuff coming with the LG Home, like you have a new mode, This is called reader mode. It will make the phone yellowish color. That helps for low lights. It doesn't bother your eye or something, but I don't like it. You have file sharing. This technically turn on the Bluetooth and let you people access to your phone. That make it very easy access to your phone, which is good stuff added to that device. And also the smart cover or the quick cover view does support that phone. When I have that quick cover, I will make a review. And also we have the fingerprint security. Right now you can just go to fingerprint and you can register your fingerprint. First time you have to add a password, which is I already did with this phone, and then you scan your finger. So you have to put your finger on the right way, like same as I'm doing, and then the phone gonna start register. Let's gonna do this together. As you guys can see, use the thumb. It will be much easier for you. You can register more than one, and as you guys can see, it's very accurate and read it with no any problems. Just keep put your like finger on it, and after it's registered, you say successfully. Then you can add more finger. You can put your friend finger if you trust, and then just lock the screen and press your finger, and it will open. The first time you have to do the password, or when you restart your phone, and this something annoying me, but after that you're gonna be able to use the finger scanner with no any problem. And also you have Google on tab that actually help you for search information in efficient way. And you have some improvement over here. I mean, right now LG they add some new features, like as I mentioned before, reader mode, and you have color inversion. So people they have some vision problem, they use this, and now they have easy access to it. And you can enable or disable the volume and file sharing and brightness, so you have more customization, and you can add more toggles or reduce the toggles or delete them from here. You have also Google Pay in this phone because the phone does support NFC. All you need just to tap to pay after you register your credit card with Google. Camera. We're gonna be talking about the camera. The camera is 13 megapixel for the back flash, no laser autofocus, and you have 5 megapixel sensor for the front. And we going to show you some of the samples. But before we start, let me show you some good features in this phone came with the camera. So you can Bluetooth the pictures after you capture, or send an email or message, or you can even put them on a calendar, which is a quick settings over here, which is good. Lack of options as always with the LG. We have 13 megapixel as we mentioned, full HD for the video. You have HDR, and this is where you can adjust the resolution. You can do full HD, or you can do HD, or you can uh, change the size of the screen, and you have used the line, which is the grids timer, and you can do some voice to capture. We have modes. We have panorama, that's all we have, and auto mode. No manual mode, no brightness, you can't change the color. Everything's going to be optimized as auto. This, and you can enable the flash and nothing else important. Let's gonna move on the front facing camera in this phone. You have the beauty face mode, and the camera, the front facing camera, it's really good with this device. And front facing camera, you can just have that white screen. It gives more light. It helps in low light to get better. We call it a flash, but it's not a flash technically. uh, you have, as I said, it's 5 megapixel. You have HDR. You can get up to full HD video recording, which is, in my opinion, it's awesome. You have the beauty face over here. You can adjust the beauty face as much as you want. Let me move to some of the pictures I have taken in this phone. Let's gonna start with the selfie. The selfie, as far as you are using the filter or the beauty face, it's really good. But outside, because I have too much of lights on the background, you guys not gonna be able to see nothing behind me. And this is inside. perfect pictures. I have no much complaint except only one thing. All the words is backward. I don't know why. If you guys have seen this, every letters is coming backward, which is that something I don't like. Go jump to the outside. You can take a picture with no problems. Stable. The focus is really good. Micro pictures, it gave me hard time to focus, but eventually did because no laser autofocus. Text, if you wanted like take photo for text. Indoor actually with a good light, no problems, as you guys can see. This is technically I have taken with the low room lights and has too much of the noise. I'll show you another one with just only few of the lights coming from the door and too much of noise. I'm gonna put those on the display so you guys can see more sample. I have used a flash, but still the flash it doesn't help too much, but at least where's the object, no too much of noise. And this is just taken. Let's gonna see these together on the display and you guys can judge by yourself. After we review everything, you will decide either to get that phone or not, if you want to upgrade from your old phone to this one or not. I wish that video helped you to find out more about that phone. It helped you to make more decision. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay tuned and subscribe. I'll catch you in my next one.